Beats, bumped in the watts, Traco and Ty 5.
Hey sir, I just told you we rich.
We gon' still vibe out anyway.
Bitch, I'm from Watts, I ain't from the I. I'm tweeting from bumping and bringing fire. In the house since the poppin' while you not outside. On the outs, hibernating, they be ducking nines. Bitch, I'm from Watts, I ain't from the I. I'm tweeting from bumping and bringing the fire. In the house since the poppin' while you not outside. On the outs, hibernating, they be ducking nines. Better stop this, the poppin', you ain't finna slide. I be told on this 30, I ain't finna fight. I'm trying smoking on these ops hard than a car. Niggas hella tough until they in a suit and tie. Pussy niggas better pipe down. Shouldn't put that pipe down. Popping this on sight now. Spring away right now. I got bullets flying through my city straight through Bumpton. I just step back and shoot threes like Klay Thompson. But I don't play basketball. I was in the streets as a kid, I ain't even rap at all. Now I'm guessing beats all night, I'm off alcohol. Hands on the 50s, I don't even got a cap at all. Why you want smoke? You ain't even got a strap at all. If you try me, you gon' see pain. Glocky in my pocket, 30 hanging like a keychain. I can't believe it. Ooh, these bullets flying. Man, our ops always dying. Young nigga got his mom's crying. Shit, I'm feeling like I'm T-Pain. Down on the ops all week, I'm having knee pain. When you in the hood collecting souls, bitches free game. If it's gang in the club, then we bitch on from Watts, I ain't from the I. And my twin, he from Bumpton and he bring the fire. In the house since the poppin' while you not outside. All the ops hibernating, they be ducking nines. Bitch, I'm from Watts, I ain't from the I. And my twin, he from Bumpton and he bring the fire. In the house since the poppin' while you not outside. All the ops hibernating, they be ducking nines.
Twin saying Watts hella shiesty, but I keep that pool with me. See I'm sliding it at us, doing 250. I'ma tell your ass back up if my crew with me. My bitch all up in my pockets like she suing me. Fly away, 223s make them fly away. 762, we gon' die today. Humbling my sons like it's Father's Day. Bring it in like Gondola. You want me to step with your name on slugs. My bitch want me to step in the name of love. I had to run it up, get it out the mud.
Bitch, I'm from Watts, I ain't from the I. And my twin, he from Bumpton and he bring the fire. In the house since the poppin' while you not outside. All the outs hibernating, they be ducking nines. Bitch, I'm from Watts, I ain't from the I. And my twin, he from Bumpton and he bring the fire. In the house since the poppin' while you not outside. All the outs hibernating, they be ducking nines.
And that is the song of the week.
By Traco and Ty 5, bumped in the watts. Stop playing, see it channel.
Playing with him. That was a slapper, y'all.
Yes, sir.
My special guest, we are back for week 2 of coming back, Indieceoztv. We got our special guest. I am IamLilCREEDTAVO here.
Yes, sir, little baby. I'm sorry.
I don't even know how you doing it without this hair, man. It's hot in here. We got a little setup going.
It's
we
crazy.
lit. We lit
Hella
this
lit.
week.
Hella lit, man.
We're gonna get into this interview, y'all. He got some slappers out and on the way that you guys need to check out and be in mind for, you know.
Yes, sir. Vibing with Taylor coming out this month. Just stay tuned. It's a lot of things going down. You feel me? A lot of things going down this month. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay tuned.
First thing we're gonna get into, you were not a rapper. What does that mean? You're not a rapper.
Ha. Yeah, I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist. I'm a viber. You feel me? I'm just a lover boy that likes to talk shit. To be honest with you, like I don't move like none of the rappers nowadays. The rappers kind of all move the same. Not saying it's a negative thing, but that's just not me. I'd rather be me. I'm not trying to be like the next rapper. I don't even consider myself a rapper. When I rap, that's really me talking shit. That's me actually saying something. Cause when I first started, at first it was like, okay, like I'm gonna talk about this because I know that's what they like. But then as I got older, I started going through shit and like not even just going through shit, seeing certain people in the streets getting popped off for capping. It was like, yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that. So I wanted to be me and say what I have to say. And I don't gotta be a rapper to do hip hop. It's a lot of people out here doing the hip hop genre, but they're truthfully not rappers. And in the end, it's like we gonna go down as more versatile than all the other rappers anyway. So I'm not a rapper. I'm just a lover boy that likes to talk shit.
That's right. Gotta be your own self. Gotta have your own lane. stay on lane, get your own lane, find your own lane, and then you run with it like Payroll said. Put y'all on. I don't know nothing about that Payroll. But the next question is, who is IamLilCREEDTAVO like?
It's a good question. IamLilCREEDTAVO. That's it's a bad motherfucker right there. I ain't gonna lie, because Tavo means style. That's my style. That's who I am. This has been who I am even before the name, but Tavo is my style. Tavo is just who I am. That's me, my energy, everything. Creed, that's the motherfucker who like to talk shit and prove a point, you know, or even just, you know, say a little something, you feel me? That's the motherfucker who ain't gonna turn down nothing, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it 10 toes down, you feel me, all the time, every single time, you feel me? CREEDTAVO, and then I am is just putting a stamp on it, nigga, because ain't nobody else me. I am LilCREEDTAVO.
Gotta put your stamp on it and tell them and show them who you are, because that's you.
Yeah, and it took a while for even to get that name. I was Lil Creed first, and then I went to Lil Creed to LilCREEDTAVO because I was basically just trying to, like, around the time I was writing, and I wanted to make a Quavo reference, but I couldn't find nothing that rhymed with Quavo. So, like, I just went on the internet and, like, was surfing, wasn't even looking for nothing. And I seen the name Tavo, and I was like, that's me, like, something. And then I just was playing with it. I was like, LilCREEDTAVO. I was like, that's me, like.
Yeah.
That's me. And like around that time I was still trying to find my identity. I was like 14. So, and then one day, like a couple years later, I was ranting because nobody was taking me seriously. I was in high school, ranting on Snapchat, you know, being a little young nigga and shit. And I fucked around, and one day I was ranting and made a statement. I was like, fuck that, I am LilCREEDTAVO. And then I took my SoundCloud while I was on camera and changed my name to I am LilCREEDTAVO. It's been that ever since. Yeah, it's one thing that I'll tell to the artists: don't rush this shit. If you really love this music shit, it is not to be rushed. Yes, you're gonna want it as much in the beginning, you're gonna want it to come to you, but if it comes to you that easily, it's not real. Like, it's when it comes, you'll know. And right now, for me, it's coming, and I know it, I feel it, and I love it, because this is the shit I've been waiting for my whole entire life. I feel like I was born to do this shit, so.
That's what's up, man. I feel that, bro. And the next question is, why are you different from a lot of LA artists?
Well, for starters, you feel me? I didn't grow up in LA fully, but like I like was always in LA growing up as a kid because my family's in LA. So like that's one, and then just two, like I'm not the typical LA nigga. Like I blend in. Everybody call me a LA nigga. I talk like a LA nigga, but my style ain't like fully LA. It's me. So I'm a hybrid of LA, if you want to call it that. If y'all don't gotta claim it at all, I still represent y'all. It don't matter. But I'm different, and my style's different, and I'm a part of a new era. So the new era is vibing right now. Everybody's a vibe. So I'm a part of this new era, and that makes me different from the LA artists from the past 5 years. Kalen, One Take, all of them. It makes me different from all of them, but in a good way.
In a good way, that's good, yeah. Always gotta make a positive look and everything, because, like, everybody different. Everybody's not the same.
Oh, Jesus.
Everybody got different views and how they see things.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's as long as you pushing your beliefs and shit respectfully, and everybody can sit there and choose to understand, or at least try to understand.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
When did you record your first song?
This commercial is brought to you by Sauce and Clothing, the flyest of the fly right now in the game. Get your saucing. Don't slip on the drip, and you know why? Because time is money. Time is really money out here. You're not playing.
Baby, I'll go.
I recorded my first song like 2017. I was using this bullshit ass program called Audacity. For any of the real SoundCloud artists, y'all know in 2016, 2017 shit, even 2015, motherfuckers was using Audacity because it around the time it was simple, but then once we figured out the truth, it was like, man, fuck Audacity. We not using that shit no more.
He really had the audacity to use Audacity.
This nigga stupid. But nah, I was on Audacity. That's the first song I recorded on was on Audacity 2017.
What genre of music would you say that you like listening to on your free time when you're not listening to your own music?
I would say hip hop, but then sometimes I have my days when I just want to listen to Al Green. Like I grew up KJLH and The Wave, and I got my mom's is 51. Shout out my mom's, I love you. And my pops, he's 61. No, he was about to be 61. And when you have two older parents than the average parents, you gonna hear a lot of that. And then especially they parents is older, so it's like they gonna pass that down to you. Like that's just me sometimes. Like, and it's funny because like I'll play something in my car, and my mom will hear it, and she'll be like, "I know he not out there listening to that shit." I'm like, so yeah, I'm a nigga. I'm a young nigga with an old soul sometimes. So yeah, I listen to hip hop because that's the shit that vibe me out. But then when I want to slow it down and I need to hear something real, I go back to the predecessors and everybody ahead of me, because they paved the way for a young black nigga like me to come out here and do what I'm doing now.
Because a lot of the music nowadays is samples from old music.
And not just that, they sacrifice so much for us that
grew up in a different time.
Yeah, and like a lot of people think that like even now it's easier. Like for them, if some of them was to like still be alive to see this, they would say it's easy, but it's in reality it's not. But I would say this generation and last year's generation, they couldn't handle what they handled. So I always give them their props, and I always make sure that I give respects to the OGs, because in the end they paved that way for us. So yeah, sometimes I listen to hip hop, sometimes I listen to the oldies.
That's good you said that, because we almost like the same person when it comes to like the music that you just said, because I grew up like my parents just almost get into that age, but my dad put me onto a lot of the old school music that he listened to, that he was put onto, because he's a DJ, and it's always good to know old school music, because they talked about some real stuff back in the time. Like they told a lot of different stories on what was going on.
And not just that, like love was different.
Right.
Like that's a topic that's not like, it's talked about, but it's talked about within like drugs. It's talked about within like sexual activity, and it's like they did that back then too. But you could tell they really wanted to make love to somebody that they really cared about.
For a reason.
And it's like that be me sometimes in my music. I wanna bring that back. So it's like I gotta listen to them, because at the end of the day they're inspiration, and they set the tone. We got all these samples, we just twisting it into our own. You feel me?
Right.
So.
Next question is, what got you into making music?
Well, fun fact, I taught myself how to dance when I was 3 years old. When I was 3 and I could like run around and shit, I was like always watching TV. We had big TVs and shit, like TVs with the big old booty in the back. Mm-hmm. We had them TVs.
Mom, shout out, we still got ours. It still works. We got a good picture. That picture is good. I don't know what y'all talking about. We got the booty in the back with the TV.
Yes.
If you got a good picture, we are lit. That's what's up.
But no, like around that time, Michael Jackson was my nigga.
And that's what I was thinking about too when he said dancing. I'm like, he probably watched Michael Jackson
but the thing was, I took it so far. I mixed his style with like the urban, back like I don't know exactly how old you are. I'm 19, but
I'm 23.
Then we're not that far apart. So like the Dougie days, the Cat Daddy days, when
Right.
all that shit was starting to come around, like when that shit was popping, I mixed the Michael Jackson shit with that shit.
Hey,
that's how I built.
That was lit right there. That's a good mixture.
And it's like I pushed it so far that like when I went to camps, they knew I was a dancer. So when we have events, they like put me in the front all the time. I was always in talent shows. Like at one point, the Rejects wanted to like put me on tour, but my pops was like, nah, like he in school. I want him to focus on school. So that was like the first time I like got an opportunity, and that was just me dancing. And then towards like middle school, I got into poetry because in my mind, 12, 13, 11, I thought when the girl's over, if you could write a little poetry, you feel me, she was gonna fuck with you.
Right.
Cause that's the type of nigga I was. So I would write poetry, and then when I got into high school, I just was like, fucking, I'm gonna try this rapping shit. And at first, it was like, okay, like, I didn't, like, understand it because, like, you know, punch in, all that other shit. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that, okay, maybe I should try it. And then as I got to listen to other, like, artists, like, the era around that time when I got into high school was 2016. So, yeah, Kodak, Lil Yachty, that whole freshman class, that XXL freshman class, that's what I was listening to. Yeah. So, and then I had Future and Drake. So, it's like I had all those styles. And then once I got into that, it was just like, okay, I can do this, but what am I gonna do with it? And then one day somebody asked me, like, what type of artist do you want to be? I was like, I want to make everything. And then that's what I really like. And then, like, I went full-fledged ever since I turned 15. Like, I begged my mom to buy me a mic set and shit. She helped me pay for it. And then eventually I was starting, you know, like, find out about the we all know now, the goddamn phones. It's not a secret anymore. Back then it was a secret. Like, cause around that time, if you could edit your song on your phone, nigga, upload that shit to SoundCloud, that shit gonna bust. But now that shit ain't a secret no more. Some of these artists have evolved and used the phone to their ability. It's TikTok artists, SoundCloud artists, they use that shit to their ability. So I had to step away from that. And once I started, like, getting my shit mixed, that's when it really was like, oh yeah, like, I can't go back. Like, the first West Coast song I did, after that, I never went back. And I've been pushing ever since.
Man, that's good, man. Do you write your music or do you freestyle it?
So in the beginning, I wrote it because I was doing the poetry. And then over time, I would do, like, some freestyle, some writing, just depending on how the beat was feeling. Yeah. And then, like, over time, I got so perfectionist about my songs, cause you know how you say a bar, you want that shit to come out perfect. One day I was in the studio with the homie Traco, shout out Traco. He see me struggling with this one part, and the whole time he's like, bro, this shit hard, what the fuck are you tweaking about? And I'm like, no, like, I'm not liking it. He was like, you need to stop being so perfectionist and just vibe. And then once I started listening to what he said, I stopped writing. And now I'm punching God. So it's like, I don't write no more. Like, I don't have to write a single thing. Like, I keep cadences in the back of my head all the time. And then not just that, like I always have ideas. And if, like, I got this language with the beat. Me and the beat speak a language to each other that only me and the beat have. The beat tell me something, I translate it through my words. Yeah. And that's how we make the song together.
Well, that kind of ties into my next question. Like, what is your creative process like when writing a song? So,
in all honesty, when I record my songs, it's cause honestly, all my songs are made randomly. Like, it's a random story to each song, but, like, I could say for the majority of the past year and a half, I like mainly smoke before I record because I could clear my mind and I know I'm not gonna be overthinking nothing. So once I smoke, I would just let the beat play, and then I do my little intro, and then I get into it. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's you again. Hopefully you're stacking or starving. Hopefully you're stacking, though. Hopefully you're not starving. But most of all, hopefully you stand the flyest of the fly. And stand saucing at that, because we stacking. We're starving, but, you know, we stacking over here. Get that saucing. Make sure you get that saucing. Tap in, Indieceoztv. We out here, baby. Since you don't write them, like, you just, like, smoke, so you just, like, let me think about something different.
But the thing is, like recently I've been trying to come up with, like, more topics, because my next project is, like, all like it has one topic, but it's subtopics because it's so many different varieties of love. So my next project is a love album. So it's gonna have all different types of love songs, all different vibes. Like I'm gonna slow it down, I'm gonna speed it up, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of shit. So yeah, like I can't just sit down and write that shit. It's too much. Like I know, like recently when I've been recording, I level up every single time. So I don't have to write. I just punch in and let the beat tell me what I gotta say.
That's what's up.
Getting hot as a bitch in here.
It's getting hot in here. Can somebody turn on the fan?
Somebody get the fan. It's hot as a
Extra to the fan,
bitch. It's hot
You
as
know
a
I
bitch. Oh Jesus.
Cause it's extra. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus.
But
BSU? Yeah, don't judge me. I was in BSU. That's how I got rid of my stage fright, motherfucker. Oh Jesus.
I get stage fright. Gotta join no groups.
Crazy about BSU is people think BSU is like, oh, that shit too much black history. You not only learn some shit, but you pick up a lot of skills in the long term. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I joined BSU to get at this girl, but once I like became a cabinet member, it became more than that. Like, cause I was the only male cabinet member too, so I had like responsibilities, and I learned more as a young black man what it means to be a young black man in this generation. And I'm glad that I had my experience with BSU. Yeah. So even though it was 1 year, but I'm glad I still had it. So
shout out BSU.
Join your local BSU club at your high school or in your college. You might learn some shit. It might change your life. No cap.
What is your favorite song that you've written already?
That's a hard one, man. There's so many songs. Like, cause like, my thing is, I hate playing my own songs out because I listen to it and I'm like, this shit hard, and then I go make some new shit, and my new shit beat the shit that I like the most. So it's like I can't ever just pick with one, but I say in the last year and a half, I probably have to say ooh, damn. It's between like Not a Love Song and this one unreleased song that I haven't dropped yet. But shit, it'll probably change over time. You feel me?
Do you like hats or shoes more? Because I see like you have good shoe game, got good hat game, you know. It's a trend nowadays. Everybody like hats and shoes.
Yeah.
Not really too much clothes because, you know, we like to support
I honestly
brands.
like, and not just that, like drip is so like I don't even know what drip is no more. Like
Sauce and clothing, that's drip.
like,
I'm sorry.
Like everybody labeled drip differently. It's based off what they like and what they click like. So for me, I just got into hats. I fuck with hats, but I was always a shoe person. Like in high school, I stood in line for all the Jordans. Like I was first in line. Ooh, excuse me. I was first in line for the breads.
Man, I love the breads, man.
With the bread 11s, I was the first in line. I don't know how the fuck I did it. Like, it was a good thing my pops lived by the mall around that time. So I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna wake up early and I'm gonna get in this line. And I got in the line and got their bread 11s. That's like the biggest shoe I probably bought. Cause like growing up, everybody had them and it was like
everybody.
Like,
oh my.
And then, like, for a while, it was like there were no more 11s. So when they started re-releasing all these 11s, it was like, oh, shit. Like, I'm saving up chip for these, all this shit. I gotta get them. And it's like, I ain't bought no shoes in a minute. I'm finna get back into it. But, like, I fuck with shoes more than hats.
Okay.
I've always been a shoe person.
Okay, that's cool.
Like, I grew up wearing Ed Hardy's, and then, like, I didn't get into, like, Jordans and shit.
You wore Ed Hardy's?
Yeah, I was, yeah, like.
Hey, honestly, growing up, for me, I feel like Ed Hardy's were like pretty lit when I was in elementary.
Yeah, elementary, it was the shit. Like, cause they had the shirt with the Ed Hardy, and then they had Ed Hardy like different colors. Like, and like a lot of people like would sometimes confuse them with Chucks and Converse.
Right.
But like, but it's like whole time like the way I look at it, it's like low key Bape before Bape, because Ed Hardy had like the Tiger and Bape got the Baked and Ape, and it's like they all have different like colorways and how they present it is kind of similar in my opinion. So like when Ed Hardy went away, I didn't find that out until like 5 years after I stopped wearing the shit. So, cause I wanted to low key get back into wearing Ed Hardys and start like a trend, but I'm like shit, like maybe something different. As a kid, like I didn't know shit about clothes, it's just what my parents gave me. But I can say from what I've seen on the internet, I have not seen no like super Bape shit how Bape is now back then. Because it was Ed Hardy and all the other shit.
Yeah, around that time, it was a lot of animal figures. Like you said, the Bape, the ape. Like, we even had...
they had the Echo shit back
We even
then.
had Red Monkey jeans.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Them was hard. Like, they were designer because they were designed by you.
But it's like, they went out of style real quick.
Real quick. But they still hard, though, for sure. I be seeing
For motherfuckers who like vintage shit, that's some hard shit.
Facts. If not rap, what would you be doing?
I'd be 6 feet deep. No, I'm playing.
There was a lot of animal figures. Like you said, the Bape, the ape. Like we even had.
They had the Echo shit back in the day.
We even had Red Monkey jeans.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Them was hard. Like they were designer because they were designed by you.
But it's like they went out of style real quick.
Real quick, but they still hard though for
sure. For
Yeah.
motherfuckers who like vintage shit, that's some hard shit. Jesus.
If not rap, what would you be doing?
I'd be 6 feet deep. No, I'm playing. In all honesty, I don't know because like music is like my life. Like I went from dancing to poetry to music. So like my mom told me when I was like an infant, I would be in the fucking kitchen on the floor making beats with pots and pans. And then like I played instruments as a kid. So like I played the trumpet, I played the flute. I tried to attempt to learn the drums and the piano. I'm still trying to get back into the piano because I'm in college and we got keyboards and shit, so I'm trying to learn. But you feel me, like I don't know. Like I tried to, do the hoop thing. You feel me? Almost every black kid got hoop dreams at some point. And I wanted to hoop in high school so I could go to UK, University of Kentucky. That's like my favorite college team. Cause my pops at first he forced it on to me, but then I did my own research. So okay, I fuck with them, and I still fuck with them. But like when I got to high school and I tried out, they didn't take me because there was so many people trying out. And then I wanted to do football, so I ended up doing football 4 years, and I never joined the basketball team. So it was like I wasn't finna go to college and play football because by the time I got actually decent enough to start, that was my senior year, and I wasn't finna be on no JUCO team 5'6", 5'7". Around that time, I was 155 pounds. I'm light motherfucker. They gonna bully me. Huh?
What position were you playing?
I was a corner.
Oh, yeah.
I was a corner in my junior and senior year, and my freshman and sophomore year, I was a linebacker.
Oh, all you gotta do is get, start.
No, but it's
this
this JV and shit. It's not the same versus varsity. The varsity shit, that's real competition. And in college, even if you playing JUCO, there's still some dogs in JUCO. So it's like, I ain't finna get dogged by no nigga, and I'm already short. I gotta, I didn't put on weight until, COVID. Yeah. And then, I got, lean a little bit, and now I'm trying to, get back in, real shape. Because I used to be, skinny buff. When I first got to high school, I was chubby, and then I did football that summer, and I got leaned up and, skinny buff. And back then, I thought I was just big and buff. But then I look back at my shit now, I'm like, the fuck? I was a skinny nigga? I swear to God, I didn't know. I thought I was big because everybody around me was like, this is a small, stocky nigga. He gonna whoop the shit out of you. I'm like... So, but yeah, I don't know what I would be doing, but I feel like music is the number reason why I'm still living. I'm still here breathing, and it's my purpose to heal people with my sound, my entertainment. When I want to be that symbol of hope, or that person to lift somebody dead when they need it, because some people have shit days, and when you got that song, where no matter what the fuck they went through that day, and they turn it on, they whole shit change, and you can change their vibe. You make them dance, or make them have happy tears, or they just get through whatever the fuck they gotta get through. That shit is amazing, and I want to do that for people. not all my songs is finna be ratchet and turned up. I want motherfuckers to feel my shit. They call me Mr. Vibe. I'm Mr. I'm sorry. I'm telling bitches I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm really not, but like I'm a vibe, and I want to give people that vibe. And my vibe is I want them to, like, when they hear me, I want them to know that it's okay. Like just listen to me. I'm gonna help you get through it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Cali, y'all gonna know who the fuck I am. I'll get it by the end of this year. Y'all gonna know who the fuck I am. 2 years. Shit, I'll probably be one of the new faces of LA, if not entirely Cali, because it's a whole new wave of us. Like, even the younger niggas under me, they got some shit. Shout out my nigga 2 Grammy Rage. That nigga going crazy. Like, he got his first show in a couple of days. I'm proud of bro, cause like at his age, I was like just starting. Like that was the first time I tasted buzz, and I know how that shit feel. So I'm proud of bro. And it's like this whole new era of rappers and artists and all these other people coming in. Like, even with you having this show, it's a whole new era, a whole new vibe of how shit is being done. Yeah. We making history by doing this shit. So with that being said, it's like this shit is a blessing, and like I'ma just keep pushing. So in the next 2 years, shit, like I just see myself being at the top with everybody else that's in this era, regardless to if I don't get along with them or not, because in the end, they gonna get their flowers from their people. And if whether you want to acknowledge it or not, they got there for a reason. So we all in this era. I feel like I'm gonna be one of them top faces in this era. Yeah, it's a lot of shit to be told that I still ain't told yet. Yeah, like it's a lot to be told. It's like people think I'm the shit now. Wait until this album in June come, and then next year, like I'm finna take it to a whole new level. Like I'm finna start like low key doing shit that a wrestler do. Like, you know how like in professional wrestling or sports wrestling, or for everybody else in Latin terms, WWE, they got like certain characters like Jeff Hardy. Sometimes he wears face paint, sometimes he don't. I want to do some shit like that, only because like it's an experimental thing, and I feel like I might like put on an entertaining video, or I might just like make some shit that's gonna make people talk. But I'm gonna have a story with it, of course, but it's gonna be some hard shit. I want to try different things. I'm not afraid to step in a box that I haven't been in before. Like, if somebody come to me, but I want you to make some country West Coast, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? But I'm gonna try my best ability to find out what the fuck that is. And if I gotta sing like this on a West Coast country beat, I'm gonna do that shit. Right. So, because I'm not afraid to try new shit. If it don't work out, then I know that's not meant for me, but at least I tried it. You feel me? Jesus.
That was a real good interview, man. You got any shout-outs?
Man. Shout out my CHM niggas. Shout out Traker. Shout you out in the beginning, Type 5. My boy Glide 1, the producer. Best producer out in LA right now. Shout out Tony the Hitman. Right there with Glide, man. Shout out Young Taboo. Shout out TL's, the coach of CHM, the one who gave us some game, really how to go do this shit in this music industry. Shout out my best friend Jasmine, I love you. She like my manager. She keep niggas in check sometimes. She make sure a nigga like is always like being consistent. I got my shit right, cause sometimes I might drift off a little bit, and I be telling myself like I'm gonna go fix it, but then she be like on my ass. So shout out her, and shout out all the artists I'm working with this year. Shout out Bonnie D. Shout out Taylor. Shout out everybody that just fuck with me, and shout out to the supporters, most supporters.
This commercial is brought to you by Sauce and Clothing. Get your sauce and the flies to the fly in the game right now. And we are not playing because time is money, and we are not playing with time. We working, baby. We working, man.
Shout out to you for having me on here, man. Appreciate you, man.
My guy.
Jesus Christ.
I seen that he was really working hard. Like, I'm gonna tell you the story on like how I even figured out who I am, IamLilCREEDTAVO. So like, my friend Jay, he had reposted the song, had listened to it, seen that it slapped, had it in my SoundCloud. Couple months before I seen his show, I was looking through my SoundCloud, listening to songs, heard his song. I'm like, okay, never heard this in a minute. Then went to his show. Heard his show, seen him, he was performing good. I'm like, damn, bro, I need to do the Instagram, so I don't want to lose this artist. I need to keep up with his music. Got some slappers out, so I need to download it every time he drop. And then I was listening to my SoundCloud again, like a month ago, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, I had this song in here, and this been him the whole time, so. It was really good, like reconnecting with you and personally, just figure out what your music process is like, making, who you are as a person. It was good having this interview, having you on my show.
It was an honor to be on here, man. This it's a blessing to even have this acknowledgement from anybody, no matter where the fan base is coming from or no matter where the product is coming from.
Right.
Anybody who want to tap in and come find out who IamLilCREEDTAVO is, I'm nothing but a text away. I ain't no Hollywood ass nigga. I ain't gonna be like, oh, you're gonna charge me. No, like, I'm gonna come fuck with you. I like fucking with people product if it's genuine, you feel me? And this is genuine. So y'all gonna tap in with the show a lot more in the future, man. Gonna be one of the top shows soon, man. Okay.
Right, tap in with me, I ain't on by, we're gonna get a show going, see who you are, see what your profession is like, how hard it is, what your obstacles are, how fun it is, because I want to know. And music is a love that I have, because I've been having it for a long time. My dad being a DJ, my mom always listening to some different music.
94.7.
Nah. My mom listens to Ice Cube.
Ah.
Gangsta rap. She listens to Dub C. I'm like, one time she turned it on. Well, she listening to like Jill Scott and stuff like that. You know,
what about
our Jasmine Sullivan.
What about the Young Thug Bones of Harmony?
That was my dad. He put me on a lot of that. Yeah, my dad put me on a lot of like the old school era. Even like Run DMC. That's my favorite group.
What you think about Kanye? I don't mean to cut you off. What you think about Kanye?
Kanye's pretty cool.
You think what he got going on is like impacting? Cause I think, like, I'm not gonna lie, like after watching a little bit of the documentary, that shit low key made me like change what I thought about Kanye. Like, now I have a whole different respect for Kanye because, like, yeah, he be out here saying some crazy shit, but in reality, like he paved the way for a nigga like me. Like, yeah, like I dipped and dabbed in producing. I'm still trying to dip and dab in it. I'm an artist just trying to be me, but if you go back and listen to the sacrifices and all this shit that he did, bro, it's like, damn, who the fuck would have did that shit?
And it's crazy that you say that because a lot of people tell me that it changed the way they look at him because I never seen it. I'm sorry, guys, I never seen the documentary Kanye. I'm gonna check it out. Got some I got a situation. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I got going on with the Netflix even, but Kanye, I fuck with him because the fact of the matter, I was talking to somebody else about this, is like, his documentary probably got something else going on, but the fact of the matter is, I was talking about this topic to somebody else, that he's actually fighting for his family, and a lot of black men don't fight for their family. Not saying a lot of them, but it's a lot of people in this world, and a lot of them don't.
And with him being a man of power and fame, people think he's not doing that.
Right, that he's not going to do nothing, that he has money, he's just going to be like, all right, just let him live, let him be. Even though, he has shown some crazy side of him.
That nigga.
He lit,
But we all love Kanye.
We all love him.
We all love Kanye at the end.
It's just something that got to be figured out with his situation. It's going to get better.
On me.
It's better days. But hey, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the interview. We're going to get into some more lovely artists making their art soon. We have a lovely artist making his art today here. IamLilCREEDTAVO. Tap into his music. And I hopefully you guys subscribe, like, follow us on Instagram. I'm saying his Instagram. Indieceoztv. Follow us on Instagram. And what's your Instagram, bro?
My Instagram is CREEDTAVO, CREEDTAVO. I go by the name of IamLilCREEDTAVO. Thank you for having me, man. No cap, man.
Yes, sir. Tap in.
So.
Tap in with us.
Oh yeah, I wanna make love to the ceiling, can't hold no more. Oh yeah, I wanna make love to you, baby, love to you, baby. You calling my phone saying you want some D. Lay down for me, I know you want these. One hand on your head, 2 fingers on your cleat. I just wanna make love, let's make magic. Cause I'm a nasty nigga.